praise and adoration to Him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụla ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị niile ka anyị na-etu gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị Igbo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakpa akụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu, ọ bịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebekọ metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt otu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọgbụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa ngwọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile, anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile kakasịsi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụrụ ikonye ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana wee onye kere anyị, mana otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara onye bụ nke a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining me from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, you've got to pray along with our Sultans and Nandikano. If you have not joined, kindly join. It is not yet late. We are on the final stage of the prayer. The only way you can be strong and overcome the challenges that are coming, the only way you can be able to be consistent and know the right message when it's coming, is by praying along with our Sultans and Nandikano. You pray and walk. While you are praying, you will be walking at the same time, speaking out your voice, using your platform, no matter how small, no matter how big, to speak up about the plight of the people. And when you come across my video, please kindly share the video to every platform. Share the video to your family and friends. Let them know what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Let them know the evil that people are planning, the government is planning against the indigenous tribe in that very contraption called Nigeria. Let them know what we are bringing forward. It is not easy. It is not a child's play, and it is not lies. It's not propaganda. They cannot get the true information in the conventional media because the conventional media have been compromised. The conventional media has been compromised. They can never say the truth. They can never say it the way it is. They are afraid. That is why we cannot be silent. We will continue to speak and hope that people are going to listen. The only way you can play your own part is by sharing the video to all platforms that you know. In any group where you belong, share the video so that people can hear our voice and know the plight of the people in the contraption called Nigeria. You never can tell who will run into the video. You never can tell where our solution will come from. We will continue to work. Freedom is not gotten in a platter of gold. It is not easy. You have to make some sacrifice. That is exactly what we're doing. You can do your own in your own best way, the way you know how to do it. Make your own sacrifice so that we all can be free. Every indigenous tribe in that very country of Nigeria can be free. And the key to the freedom of everyone is the freedom of Biafra. That is why the Biafrans are not relenting. We are not relenting. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what they do. We will continue to speak. That is why today we are going to talk about the strategies that these Janjaweed are using against our people when they do not know. The southern part of Nigeria mainly, this as their focus. Already they have the northern part of Nigeria in their palm, and there's no competition in the north. Nobody is competing with them in the northern part of Nigeria. Their elders and their leaders are in the government. Members of the terrorist group are in the government. In Asorock, they are in Asorock, so nobody is threatening them in the north. The only place they did not have a stronghold is in the southern part of Nigeria. That is why we are shouting that the south should wake up. They have come. Mazen Nandikano was saying in 2015 that they are coming. He went several places, he made several broadcasts, which are still online, that they are coming. Today, they are in the southern part of Nigeria. How are you prepared? What are you going to do to protect yourself? They have instituted a lot of strategies to overtake the southern part of Nigeria. A lot of strategies. They hide under different kinds of covers. And what we are doing here is to blow their covers so that you will know what is coming. You can see recently in Edo State, they are installing a sultan, an Arab sultan in Edo State.
Huh? Of Benin City. Yeah. Welcome to Africa City. Yeah, Kaga Jama Juk. Gandul. Sarki Allah kiyaye sarki Allah kiyaye ga sarki barka zuwa sarki king Allah kiyaye ka Allah kiyaye ka ai lai sorry sarki ne sarki barka da zuwa يا زين تقارفون يا زين ما يعطيت الله كيكا الله كيكا سركيني سوري كيكا sarki ne yawa ai ma directing zuwa wajen mota gaskiya ne yawa sarki ne sarki ne
They are installing a sultan in Edo State of all places, in the southern Nigeria, and people from Edo State are going about their business as if nothing is wrong and nothing happened. The Oba of Benin is aware and he's doing nothing about it. These are the same people, the same Edo State that I saw a video where they went to court to go against the Igbos. They go against the Igbo Biafrans because they were having a chief within themselves. Somebody they call the Eze of the Igbos, Ezendebo in Benin. I saw a video where the Edo people went to court to stand against having Ezendebo in Benin.
Barrister Obayiwana revealed that those Benin prominent sons said that they cannot sit down idle and watch their traditional institution being violated by some persons. According to him, there is no true Oba in Benin Kingdom, he added.
But, this is a case filed by some prominent citizens and indigenes of Edo who feel that they cannot sit idly by while our laws are being, violated, particularly as it relates to the traditional institution. Some time ago, a number of years ago, some residents in Benin of Igbo extraction had a dispute amongst themselves as to who should be the Eze Ndi Igbo of Benin, which is like the Oba of Igbos in Benin. And Dr. Kenua Obaseki, who is the leader of the group, felt sufficiently concerned, particularly keeping in view our custom and our tradition and history, that there's only one Oba in Benin, and that's the Oba of Benin. As we say it, I am your Beva Wedo. So the challenge now became, if the Igbo residents who say they have their Oba to whom they are loyal, and all other groups also claim the same thing, that would amount to a detraction from that historical position that there can only be one Oba in Benin to whom all residents should be loyal.
He maintains that Aiko Obobaifo, who is a witness in the case filed by some prominent indigenes of Edo, as he is the custodian institute for Benin Studies, will be called upon on the 18th of October 2021 for defense in the case before the court. Barrister Obayiwana disclosed that the suit they filed in the court is defender counter-claimant so as to restrain the Igbos from appointing or electing their own Eze Indimbo, which is like Oba, as everyone only has regard for our own Oba of Benin Kingdom and nobody else who they pay allegiance to.
In 2015, we felt sufficiently challenged when we heard that some persons of Igbo extraction were counterclaiming to become Eze in Edo land or in Benin. And we felt from historical perspectives or cultural perspectives, there is nothing that entitles any other person except that which is very, very clearly established by the Omonoba. It is only Omonoba that can give chieftaincy title. And every title in Benin has both cultural, religious, and social relevance. Every title has responsibility attached to it. What do we now give to an Igbo man? If we say it's Eze in Benin. So we felt sufficiently challenged and we went to court. Now the next hearing is 18th of October. I have already given my statement, and the other party, they felt they want to cross-examine. Yes, we are ready for that, but it should be known, not by any other group again. That is why I want to pursue this case to a logical conclusion. We that are home based here, with the active participation and collaboration of our brothers in diaspora, represented by Mr. Kenua Obaseki, we want to pursue this case to a logical conclusion. We don't want to hear again that after today or after this case, that any other group or persons want to arrogate to themselves whatever position of cultural relevance without being expressly permitted by the Oba of Benin. That is the case we are on.
The soft-spoken legal luminary opined that the Igbo has woke from their slumber now, and they have witness whom they have to cross-examine to prove their own case. According to him, Chief Aiko Obobaifo, who is a curator and a radiographer, will be in the court on 18th October 2021 come forward as witness for cross-examination if they want to prove their case. He said it is only the Royal Majesty that has the power to give title to anyone in Benin Kingdom as the custom and traditional law and chieftaincy law, as what the Igbo people are about to do is amounted to destruction to Benin Kingdom.
During the reign of Obai Rediawa, that's when Eze Ndigbo chose to establish their own monarchy, and we took them to court. We want this to be a precedent, because if this is allowed, the other ethnic groups might feel take it upon themselves and start establishing various chieftaincy title and their natural ruler. You can't do that. I can't go to Kano and go and create Obaship in Kano. If you choose to live in Kano, you have to subject yourself to the authority of the Emir of Kano. The same applied in Benin. So this case, I'm happy the way it has turned out. It's been a long journey since 2015, which is almost 6 or 7 years now. I mean, litigation is not easy. It takes time. Those in diaspora, they were really concerned. I really want to thank our brothers. Barrister Obayuwano has been on the case since day one, and Brother Obobaifo too, who is equally concerned. I think he's the head of Benin Studies. As they rightly said, all Benin titles, they are all gazetted. If you say Iyase was established almost 1,000 years ago, you cannot establish another Iyase. If you say Esogma was established somewhere along the line, So if unless the Oba of Benin decide to establish Eze Ndigbo, nobody has the right or arrogate to himself or herself to establish such title. We want to put an end to it.
Anita Eren reporting.
Eze Ndigbo, whatever they don't have anything to do with taking over or having anything to do with the isolation of Biafra. But in this instance, where they have seen a sultan being installed, a sultan that doesn't have the same culture with Edo people, they don't have the same culture, don't have the same religion, there is no resemblance whatsoever. The Edo people kept silent and pretend that they are not seeing it. The Oba kept silent and pretend that he's not seeing it. And the Fulanis are taking over. This is another trick coming. These people went to the extent of getting a certificate from the presidency. A sultan that is going to operate in Benin with the certificate from presidency, not even from governor. That means he is above the governor. His authority is coming from a place that is higher than that of the governor. That is why he has ignored the Oba of Benin. And the Oba of Benin cannot do anything about it. Edo people cannot protest about this very evil that has entered that very place. Boldly, you saw him on his arrival in the airport. His people went to welcome him, and he was displaying the certificate given to him by presidency. Normally, we know that the people that have to install all those local chiefs or whatever is the governor. They have to be in charge. But I'm surprised that the same Edo people who were bold to go to the courts to speak against the Eze Ndigbo in Benin now could not be able to go against the Sultan. The Eze Ndigbo, that there are Igbos who are indigenous in Edo State. The culture of Edo people is very, very similar and very, very close with that of Igbo. We have the same religion. We have a lot of similarities. We have a lot of resemblance with those. So, if the Igbos cannot have Eze Ndigbo in Edo State, how can you now permit a sultan all the way from Sokoto They even called him all the way from Arab. They even used Arab in his title to be installed in Edo State, and nobody's acting. This is what we see. This is the divide and rule that the Janjaweed have planted in the southern part of Nigeria. The southerners that are supposed to be speaking in one voice, that have everything in common, instead of embracing each other, they are antagonizing and fighting against each other, forgetting about the real enemy. That same thing is now playing out in Edo State. They have ignored the real enemy that is coming. They have ignored the real enemy, and they are looking against their brothers. How long? When are we going to wake up? When will the southern part of Nigeria wake up and speak in one voice and do the needful? How long? How long shall the southerners continue to look in the wrong direction? This trick we are talking about, this thing that the Fulanis are doing, is not only in Edo State. They are doing the same thing in Imo State. They are doing the same thing in Imo State. In Imo State, they have installed a Sultan also in Imo State. They have installed a Sultan in Imo State who is even speaking Igbo more than an Igbo person. Speaking proudly, pretending to be an Igbo man. When we know that he is there serving the caliphate, serving Sokoto Caliphate. He is bold to come and make bold that he is the Fulani Igbo. Where do you have Fulani Igbo? There is nothing like Hausa Igbo or Fulani Igbo. Igbos are Igbos. It's either you are Igbo or you're not Igbo. There is nothing like Fulani Igbo. There is nothing like any other Igbo than Igbo. IGBO. That is what we are. There is nothing like Fulani Igbo. There is nothing like Hausa Igbo. There is no other Igbo except one Igbo that we know. How dare somebody come out in the presence of everybody, installed by Hope Uzodinma, installed a Sultan in Imo State. Today, a Sultan is operating in Imo State.
Anyị hụrụ onwe anyị as ndị Igbo enwe ihe anyị nwere ike ikwu gbasara ndị Igbo bụ ihe ọjọọ. Ndị Igbo bụ ndị udo, ndị Igbo bụ ndị ịhụnanya, ndị Igbo bụkwanụ ndị ji anabata ndị ọbịa. Ha nabatara anyị kemgbe nna nna anyị bịara ala Owerri. Ha bịara 1897. Ha kwụsịrị na Akabọ bie afọ atọ na Akabọ, bịarute Owerri 1901. Kemgbe 1901 anyị na Amawụsa nga ebiga, and aka na-ebi n'udo. Ndị nna nna anyị ga-ahụ na ha ndị Igbo. Mma m onye Nnazi, mmakwụkwọ m onye Awaka, mmakwụkwọ mpanwa ada Ajọkụ Nwanshi eze Akabọ. Andọkwakpa ụmụnne Kemri, ewe ndị ka amụrụ ndị nne ha ndị Nnazi, wee kpa ndị ke nne ha ndị Nekede, wee ndị ke nne ha ndị Urata, and so many other places. So ịhụnanya anyị na ndị Igbo ahụhụ ihe anyị bidoro taa. Anyị wụ ndị Igbo wuru ndị Hausa, eji akpọ anyị Hausa Igbo. Oro Owerri mere abala no gafere ni. I so ndị participate na Oro Owerri because ha recognize anyị as ndị Owerri. So anyị hụrụ nwa anyị as ndị Owerri ọwụ ndị Hausa. Gile otu anyị si bido ndị nna nna anyị wụ ndị Hausa, but otu anyị si biri nga emela anyị awụrụ Hausa Owerri, Hausa Igbo. So anyị na-achọ ị na-agwa ụmụnna anyị nụ na-eji ka ha ghọta otu anyị si biri n'ala Imo State. Ndị Igbo ụmụnna anyị, anyị kwa na ụmụnne ha. Ndị Igbo ahụhụ ndị nsogbu, ndị Igbo ahụkwa ndị na-achọ okwu, but kama nga ọwụla ị hụrụ ọhaneze, ị ga-ahụkwa ndị ọma, hụkwa ndị ọjọọ. So ndị ọjọọ ahụ anyị ga-achụ ha, anyị ga na-ekpe ekpere ka Chineke na mee ka ha wụrụ ndị ọma. But ọ bụrụ na ndị agha ga-awụ ndị ọma, ndị ga na-emebi obodo, gbaghachicha ihe niile mega n'obodo, ka Chineke na jiri aka ya mee ihe o kwesịrị ime ka enwe ike enwe udo. Ihe a na-arịọ Chineke na udo. Enwe udo, anyị ga-enwe ịhụnanya. Enwe udo, anyị ga-azụfụ ụmụ anyị. Enwe udo, anyị ga-afụ ga mee biznes anyị. But ma udo anọghị, onye ọla anọ n'ụyọ, and anọkwa n'ụyọ elekwa n'ihe ọ ga-adọfụ ala anyị ọwụ agụrụ, and agụrụ mmekpa anyị ahụ ya wụrụ ihe ọrịa. So n'ihi kpa ahụ anyị ekelela Chineke nna otu o si zuola anyị mmiri udo n'ala Imo Steeti. And Chineke nna nọ n'eluigwe a na-achị ebe ahụ abịa n'ụwa bịa zọfụta anyị. Ọ gakwa zọfụta anyị n'aka ndị ọkụmara wụrụ ndị aga na-echichi obodo, wụkwana ihe dị ka CP Imo State, wụrụ gọvanọ of Imo State, wụrụkwa DSS, wụrụkwanụ ndị amị, ndị ahụ ndị na-echichi obodo. Ọkwa ndị bịa zọfụ anyị na nsogbu anyị bara. Ndị a na-arịkwa Chineke nna si ka e mere eme gaa Chineke wetakwara ọzọ, ka anyị nwee ike biri n'udo, hụ nwa anyị n'anya, biri asụ ụmụnne. Religion aga akpata ọgbaghara n'ime ọhaneze, and asụsụ anyị ọkwanụ si ahụ onye Hausa si ahụ onye Igbo ahụhụ nsogbu because ọwụ anyị mere onwe anyị pụta na ụyọ amụ anyị as Muslim ọkwa na anyị mere onwe anyị amụ anyị awụrụ Christians because mgbe Chineke nna kere anyị ama nga anyị nọ ajọs nọ tolita hụ onwe anyị na family anyị fụara so n'ihi kekpe ahụ anyị aga abịa hụ onwe anyị as enemies because Chineke nna kere anyị ama ihe mere na o ji kefu anyị ebe dị iche iche anyị hụrụ onwe anyị so kwere maka ihe ikpe ahụ anyị ga-ewuru onwe anyị as ụmụnne kpekwa n'ekpere dozikwanụ ihe gbasara anyị na Chineke nna because onye ga-azụ anyị na ma anyị nwụọ ihe ọma ahụ anyị mere onye ga-azọfụ anyị so biko igbu mmadụ arịghị mma imegide mmadụ arịghị mma anyị kwesịrị ihe onwe anyị as ụmụnne meekwa n'ihe ka ụmụnne n'ihi ikpe ahụ Chineke na gị ya inyekwana anyị ngọzi ya ga na-erule anyị n'aha onye nwe anyị.
People are not observant. They are not watching. These people have made up their mind that they are going to take over the southern part of Nigeria. And they know that the greatest threat that they have is the southeast mainly. And they are coming by force, using hope to kill as many people as they can kill, to make sure they install who they want to install. This game have been oncoming. People keep silent as if they're not seeing it, but we see it and we speak up about it. You have to be aware. Be careful what you say and what you do. Do not allow people, strangers, to occupy your land and take over your land. Remember the word of Ashunda Martin and the Kanu. No inch of Biafra land will be given to the Janjaweed. They will never take any of our land. Hope Uzodinma can continue to do anything he wants to do. He can continue to use his military and use his police to kill as many people as he kills. But he can never succeed in taking our land to give to the Fulanis. He's not going to be in power forever. He's going to be there for maybe 8 years and they will bring another stooge. They will bring another Fulani to put there. But as long as we live, as long as Biafra land continues to exist, they will never take any of our land. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter the strategy they apply. They can never succeed. We will take charge of our land and nobody, no man born of a woman can take Biafra land. That is why you have to speak up. If you are a Biafran, this is the time to fight more than ever. If you are from the southern part of Nigeria, this is time to be awake. Keep your ears open and be awake. When you see something, you say something. Don't be silent. Don't ignore anything that you are seeing happening. They are happening for a reason. The installation of a sultan by the federal government in Edo State and the installation of a sultan in Imo State has a symbol. They are pursuing one thing. The Islamization of the southern part of Nigeria, the overtake of the southern part of Nigeria, and make sure that they can be able to dominate us. And we say no to that. That is why every indigenous person in that contraption called Nigeria has to be aware. Be aware we have a common enemy, which is the Fulanis. The Fulani Janjaweed, they have come to steal and to destroy. They have nothing to offer. They do not add anything to our economy. These are people who come to our area. They don't even rent a house. Wherever they stay, they want to live free. They are giving everything free at a platter of gold. Nobody. They pay no rent. They pay no rent and they don't pay no tax. They have nothing to add to contribute to us at all. They are only taking away from us. And that is not enough for them. They can't even give us peace. They are taking away our peace. Shall we be silent? We can't be silent. The only way out is to continue to demand for self-determination. Referendum, so that we will go our separate ways and build a sensible nation that we can be proud of. If we do not stand up now, it is going to be too late, because our Supreme Court have cried for too long. This message has been oncoming. They are here now. This is the time to defend yourself by all means possible. If you know how you are going to defend yourself, do it now, not tomorrow. For the people of Biafra, support ESN the best way you can. Support them with your strength, with your mind, with your finance. Any way you can support ESN, do that now, not tomorrow. They have come to kill, to destroy, and to steal. They have nothing to offer, and we say no to that. We cannot give our life for peace. We cannot. That is why we are fighting from all corners to make sure that we air our opinion and we get referendum, get our freedom, and go our separate ways and build a sensible nation. May Chukwu Kakabia will continue to protect Asundamadikan wherever he is. He has done a great job. That is why I urge you, wherever you are, to continue to listen to the message of Asundamadikan from time to time. Listen to his old broadcast. Each time you listen to the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must have an information. You must have an increment in your senses. You will be strengthened. And today, I am going to play another video, a message from our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen carefully from the beginning to the end. You will learn a lot.
Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the US ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We are enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to the, or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the State of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not ready to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you. But that doesn't mean they are multicultural. This is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria. You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about, what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger, you can talk about, what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato, as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does a Fulani Janjaweed eat ofe egusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be Africans, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, you don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say this, I'm being very arrogant. If you are educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. In a so-called republic, you have royal fathers in a republic. Because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You're trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world.
After watching our Sultans in the camp, I must tell you, I am energized. I am strengthened. I become stronger more than ever, and I will fight more than I have always done. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from, and continue to make your contribution. Share the video to all platforms. Use your own platform to speak about the plight of the Biafran, the plight of the Duduan, the plight of the Middle Belt, and the plight of every indigenous tribe in that very country called Nigeria. It is time for us to have our freedom. We will take it. They won't give it to us. Freedom doesn't come by a platter of gold. You have to fight for your freedom. That is exactly what we are doing. The Chukwu Kukabiyama guide and protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for freedom. Thank you so much for watching. I remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.